For some, caffeine is everything. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom or a busy business person, the kick it gives probably keeps you going. Before you decide to pick up a second cup, or third, or fourth, or fifth, you should know what all that caffeine is doing to your body. While you regularly depend on caffeine to keep you alert and energized, drinking too much of this stuff can have the opposite effect on your appearance. As soon as you start drinking it, caffeine begins cutting down on your skin's production of collagen. As registered dietitian Trista Best explained to Health Digest, collagen gives the skin tightness and elasticity that is responsible for keeping its youthful and vibrant appearance. When you have less collagen, you get more wrinkles. Obviously, this is expected as we age, but not when we're simply relying on caffeine to keep us going. While you may not be ready to give up your lattes just yet, you may want to consider reducing your consumption. As Best told us, cutting back on coffee is one way to prevent this decrease in collagen and improve skin's appearance.
You know, this is, a damn fine cup of coffee.
Caffeine is great at keeping us up during the day, but energized is not exactly how we want to feel when we should be winding down for bed each night. Dr. Andrea Paul, physician and medical advisor to Illuminate Labs, explained to Health Digest that overconsumption of caffeine may cause insomnia even in those with no history of this condition. The effects can be felt after waking up, too. Luckily for us, this loss of sleep isn't a permanent problem. Cutting back on caffeine can help you hit the sack more successfully. Various studies have been performed to discover a link between our favorite caffeinated drinks and high blood pressure. However, according to the Mayo Clinic, experts still aren't exactly sure why caffeine causes this to happen. That's not to say there aren't possible theories floating around out there, though. It could be because caffeine blocks a specific hormone in our bodies that helps our arteries widen. It could also be because our bodies begin to release more adrenaline when we drink caffeine, which can cause the blood pressure to rise. Either way, Dr. Lena Velikova, immunologist and medical writer, warned Health Digest, with high blood pressure comes the increased risk of heart attack and stroke. While multiple cups of caffeine may be keeping you focused, they may also be causing you some serious long-term consequences. You may drink caffeine so you won't fall behind in school or work, but it can actually leave you feeling much more stressed than before. As Dr. Esteban Kosak, medical advisor and physician, put it to Health Digest, drinking or eating too much caffeine can cause you to feel hyper-alert, anxious, and jittery. Even only enjoying small amounts of caffeine can take a toll on our uneasiness. For those who are usually anxious enough as it is, overconsumption of caffeine can even prompt panic attacks. No, it's not just your favorite foods that are causing you to have horrible heartburn. Drinking too much coffee could be doing you in for an uncomfortable evening, too. Interestingly, the caffeine in your Java isn't entirely to blame for your heartburn. As Gabrielle Taffer, dietitian nutritionist, told Health Digest, this is not a result of the caffeine content of the food, but more so the acidity as a result of the food processing methods. These caffeinated concoctions contain acids that relax the lower esophageal sphincter, which connects the throat to the stomach. This can cause the stomach contents to leak back up into the esophagus, causing heartburn pain. Yuck. If you find yourself enjoying multiple cups of coffee or other caffeinated drinks, you're also probably taking multiple trips to the bathroom. Dr. Andrea Paul explained to Health Digest, caffeine is a mild diuretic, meaning it increases production of urine. In addition to making us rush to the restroom more often, caffeine makes the muscles in the bladder contract more often. Trista Best told us that these two side effects lead to an overworked bladder and increased likelihood of incontinence and infection. While caffeinated beverages can keep you hydrated, it may be better to avoid caffeine completely if you want to keep yourself from constantly being in the bathroom. Your bladder will thank you. Caffeine can cause some wild reactions. Dr. Thomas Pitts, board-certified neurologist, explained exclusively to Health Digest, because caffeine can work directly on the brain, it can induce hallucinations, including hearing and seeing things that are not truly there when excess doses are consumed. Luckily for those who enjoy a moderate amount of caffeine, experiencing hallucinations is extremely rare. For those of you that have decided to indulge in your fair share of caffeine, digestive issues may unfortunately be something you're used to dealing with. As Trista Best told Health Digest, caffeine's stimulatory characteristic and diuretic properties make it a potential for poor gut health. Since caffeine moves through your body so quickly, it doesn't give it much time to be digested properly, and that can lead to some pretty uncomfortable digestive issues. Since caffeine causes water to leave your body so fast, according to Best, it also can create imbalances in gut bacteria and even dehydration if allowed to persist. Ever felt like your love of coffee caused your heart to skip a beat? In fact, excessive cups of caffeine could be causing your heart to beat differently. As Dr. Paul told Health Digest, caffeine causes your brain to release compounds like adrenaline, which can increase your heart rate. This effect can cause you to have an inconsistent heartbeat, or even palpitations. However, just like how our hearts all have their own rhythms, everyone reacts differently to caffeine. As Dr. Paul said, some people are more sensitive to caffeine than others. Fortunately for us caffeinated drink enthusiasts, it's rare for palpitations to lead to long-term heart problems. Still, if your offbeat heart is bothersome, you can look to give up caffeine entirely. Caffeinated beverages can take quite a toll on your appetite. When you consume caffeine, it causes your internal body temperature to rise. This process, known as thermogenesis, also increases your metabolic rate, which can actually make you feel less hungry. As Gabrielle Taffer put it to Health Digest, when we refer to the term calorie, we often forget that this means, in simplest terms, that the body requires additional energy in order to raise its temperature by 1 degree. As caffeine saves your body the trouble of producing more heat on its own, you don't feel hungry for more fuel.
Holy shit, did she just eat a grape? Must be her cheat day.
While drinking more caffeinated coffee may seem like an easy trick to lose weight and jumpstart your metabolism, don't completely count on it. As Taffer said, over the course of their life, this can change depending on their frequency of intake. More is not necessarily a good thing. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Health Digest videos about everyday health issues are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.